This is GF Laserbolt from GamerFusion.com, and welcome guys to another Destiny video. Today we're going to be talking about the Sleeper Simulant, and this is a new exotic fusion rifle coming into the Taken King. Now this exotic weapon is very interesting because it has a different way of acquiring it, and it also has a different way of using it. This is a fusion rifle that will sit in your heavy slot. So that means this weapon has to be very powerful because it has to compete with a heavy machine gun, and it also has to compete with a rocket launcher. And when I say it has an interesting way of acquiring it, think of it as the way of you're acquiring it like the Thorn Bounty. Not the way the Thorn Bounty is, but something similar along those lines. But I'll go ahead and break down how you acquire it, what are the perks you need, the perks that come with the gun, and my personal opinion of what I think the gun will be when we get our hands on the Taken King. So the first perk that we have is called a projectile over. This one penetrates enemies and will ricochet once, projectile capable of dealing precision damage. That's the first perk slot. The second perk slot we have barrel, and that's the CQ ballistics, bonus to stability, linear compensation, bonus to range, accurized ballistics, bonus to range, bonus to impact. So those are the ones for your barrel. As for the support perk, we have just a scratch. This one reduces aim deflection of incoming rounds while you're aiming with the weapon, helps the wielder stay on target during the long charge up. Then we have the stat upgrades, which is speed reload, perfect balance, and single point sling. As you guys know, speed reload, fast reload, perfect balance, better stability, single point sling, ready the weapon a little bit faster. Now the interesting perk, which we don't have a name for, but what this does is increases the bonus count of the projectile to 5. So that means instead of, when you first unlock it, you only have 1 projectile. But once you get to the exotic perk, the final perk, you will have 5 projectiles. Now this is a very interesting gun because unlike most fusion rifles, the charge of blast can penetrate through multiple enemies and could also ricochet off walls. If you get that exotic perk, you can ricochet 5 times off a wall. So makes it very, very interesting. If you guys got the DLC for for Advanced Warfare, and you got the new Wonder Gun that ricochets, it's something very similar to that. So it looks very, very interesting to use. But we found out about the perks. Now let's find how we're going to be able to obtain this big bad boy. Now the question lies is, how do I obtain the Sleeper Simulant? And the way you obtain it, it's actually very, very interesting. And like I compared it, it's very similar to the Thorn Bounty, but not in its full complexity. So we're going to first obtain it. First we have to go and have to collect relics of the Golden Age, which have been scattered around different parts in Destiny. Now I don't know, and we have no confirmation if this means it's going to be scattered without the whole world, or if it's just going to be scattered within the Dreadnought. But I believe if it's saying various locations in Destiny, I'm assuming it's going to be throughout Earth, Mars, Venus, and the new planet Saturn. So very interesting stuff, where we're going to have to go to different places and get these relics of the Golden Age. Now, after we get these relics, we have to bring this back to Banshee 44. If you don't know who Banshee 44 is, that is the gunsmith that sits in the tower, and I'm pretty sure everybody should know where to locate him and find him to turn all these Gold Age relics that we've gone and obtained. Now, after we do that, and after we turn these Gold Age relics and give it to Banshee, he will then, it will trigger something in his memory in an ancient exo gunsmith, and he will be thinking like, oh wait, I remember something, and then from there on, he will invite players to an odyssey to repair and reactivate one of the Taken King's most striking exotics. So this is going to be a weapon that's going to be very, very effective and very crucial, at least I hope, when you guys are playing the Taken King, because it will cause majority of damage. So we could have bullets ricocheting off the ground, off the floor, off everywhere, penetrating through enemies and taking them out and wiping out those foes. So once we take that back to the to Banshee 44, he's gonna go ahead and send us a little bit on a little odyssey and find out. Now, cool thing about this whole odyssey, searching into this odyssey that we're gonna be going, Bungie does not want to spoil the whole storyline, but they did say that there's going to be a lot of puzzles that are going to be included for you to actually decipher the way you're able to obtain this weapon that may be too hard, or will be too hard for just one player to figure it out by himself. So that means you're going to have to get your fire team with you to go on this adventure and get this weapon. So with all that information we have about the weapon, the Sleeper Simulant, I'm telling you guys, I'm really excited for this weapon. I do hope this weapon is actually really good. Now, I think it's going to replace the Galahorn. That has yet to be determined, but it all depends on how much, how much power or how much, damage the ricochet bullets do, and how long the charge rate takes to charge up the weapon. But I'm really looking forward to get my hands on this and trying this out. And of course, you guys can expect, as soon as we get the weapon, as soon as we get the gold relics, we will go ahead and have a video up for you guys to let you guys know how it works, how it shoots, and how it performs. So make sure you guys stay locked to this channel. Don't forget, guys, for all things Destiny, head over to gamerfusion.com, where we empower your gaming.